All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it last night. A lot of Cody Rhodes fans mad about this whole situation. What a mess. What a mess this situation has become. Cody Rhodes just looked like an idiot out there. He looked like a moron. So last week, he wins the Royal Rumble. After he wins the Royal Rumble, he points at Roman Reigns. Says, so we basically got the match set up for WrestleMania. And now, last night, he says, or this past week on Raw, Seth Rollins pretty much begging this dude, face me, whatever, right? Because he's saying, oh, this is the workhorse title, this is the title, all that stuff. So last night on Smackdown, Cody he's making a decision or whatever. So he says, he tells Roman, I want that title. That's the title Bruno Sammartino held. That's the title that was ripped out of my dad's hands. Dusty Rhodes' hands at MSG, and then he says, "No, no, not at WrestleMania." Just makes winning the Royal Rumble look like a complete waste. What this stupid booking, man. This makes no sense at all. I brought this out last week in my Rumble review. What I thought they were gonna do was Cody faces Roman at WrestleMania, and we're gonna have the typical interference. Solo and Jimmy interfere in the match like they always do to help Roman win. But then you have The Rock at WrestleMania. He's Cody's backup pretty much, and he helps Cody Rhodes win, so we don't have a repeat of last year. This makes I don't know, man. The Rock's my all-time favorite wrestler, but I don't know about this, man. This it's just so confusing right now. So now there's reports going that Cody's gonna face Seth Rollins. That makes no sense at all, man. Why would he? He's already beaten Seth Rollins 2 years ago. Three times he beat him. He beat him when he was injured, when his pec was all messed up, tore his pec off the bone. Now and then he's gonna face Seth Rollins again and beat him for a fourth time. And then I'm hearing reports that uh the winner of Cody and Seth, which is gonna be Cody, is gonna face the winner of Roman versus Rock, which will be Roman. So then, do you do Cody? So do you do that night one, Cody versus Seth, and night one, and then Roman versus Rock night one, and the winners face each other on night two? Or do you do night one main event, Cody beats Seth, and then night two main event, Roman beats Rock, and then when do you do the Cody versus Roman match? SummerSlam, Money in the Bank's a big show, Survivor Series, or do you push it off until WrestleMania next year? This, what a mess this has become. Now, so we got Rock versus Roman. So there was a stare down from last night. I think the build's gonna be good, but I think the match is gonna suck. Rock's gonna be winded like what 7 minutes, 10 minutes into the match. But the build's gonna be good. The storyline. It's not even about the title. It's about who's to have the table, who's the tribal chief, who's like the number one, and the who's the top dog in the family or whatever. So yeah, the build's gonna be good. The way they went about this, what a mess this is. But I was pretty much WrestleMania is already sold out. So how much more business can you do with The Rock involved, I guess? But yeah, this is probably the match to make, I guess. I don't know, man. And through all of this, Roman Reigns buried Seth Rollins and for his world title. Called it second rate or second place. I can't remember. Just destroyed Seth Rollins. You know Seth Rollins. Rollins has got to respond on Raw on Monday. But yeah, pretty much the main thing to talk about. Was gonna talk about Punk and Drew to start this. So I'll get to that. But yeah. All right. Let's talk about CM Punk. I wanted to talk about this segment. I got called into work. So just doing it today. All right. So last week at the Rumble, CM Punk got injured and he tore his triceps. Same injury he had when he was in AEW. He tore his triceps on his right arm. Now he's got the same injury again. So I think did this injury just mess up their whole WrestleMania plans? Because it was going to be Punk versus Rollins and Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania. To me, sounds like it did. because then you messed up Cody's match, and then you messed up pretty much Rollins is injured too, but he reported he's gonna be at WrestleMania, should recover in time, but Punk's not gonna be there. So yeah, CM Punk's injured, so he's pretty much out for I don't know how long. How long is torn triceps? Let me just look it up, yeah. Torn triceps. It doesn't say I have recovery time. 3 to 6 months. Yeah, so he's pretty much gone until what are we talking about? About what, July, August, looks like. So yeah. But yeah, Punk's he's gonna miss most of this year anyways. So yeah, Punk is out. So no, it looks like it's gonna be Cody versus Seth at WrestleMania instead of Cody versus Roman. All right, so CM Punk gets out there. He says, I was close on Saturday night. I felt like I had it in the palm of my hand. Not mad at Cody. Congrats to Cody. A lot of times in this business, it's not about what you deserve, it's about what you earn. Going back to back is a great accomplishment. Like your Tampa Bay Lightning. They were in Tampa Bay on Raw this past week. Going back to back. I feel unlucky. In the Rumble, I tore my right tricep. Maybe I can't make it to Elimination Chamber. I could win that and get my main event at WrestleMania. I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. My goal, my dream was to main event WrestleMania. Maybe it's not ever going to happen. Then he starts talking about his friend, Chad Gilbert. Says his friend Chad's got cancer. He's had it real bad for a long time. Got a wife and a daughter named Lily. Says he's going to visit him while he gets his chemotherapy treatment. Says Chad's always in a good mood. And then this is where he started getting all emotional and stuff. Said that's a fight. To me, this is just a flesh wound. When I mean best in the world, it doesn't mean because I always win. I lose more than I win. You see me fight in the UFC. Says, do you want to do this? Because it scared the crap out of me. After 10 years not being in a place I never wanted to leave, I had to. WrestleMania is a goal that might haunt me for the rest of my life. This is a bump in the road. Best in the world is people who fight things like cancer. I happen to entertain you, and for some reason, people love me. I'm going to keep doing it until the wheels fall off. I don't focus on those who say I can't. I'm not big enough, not tall enough. Every one of you wake up. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do because you keep going. There's always next year. And then Drew McIntyre's music hits. I knew as soon as his music hit, we already know he's gonna just bring the disrespect and destroy CM Punk or take more shots at him. Let's go. Oh no. Only have one or two pictures of him in the. Let's go with that. All right. So Drew comes out there, says, I've said some terrible things about you since your return to WWE. I meant them. I think you're poison to the locker room. I was fired from this place. I prayed for this. Oh man, that was savage from Drew. And it happened when I got into the Rumble. Or he says it happened. And then I got into the Rumble. I targeted you. I I couldn't let hold on. I couldn't let you win. I couldn't let you win our champion. Or he says he couldn't let him win the Rumble. My bad. Says our champion has taken the title as far as he could, but his body broke down. Who's gonna take it to the next level? I couldn't let it be you. You eliminated me. And that night I couldn't sleep that night. I heard the news the next day and I slept like a baby. You won the battle. You didn't win the war. I exercised the demon CM Punk. I'm gonna find a way into the world title match at WrestleMania. I'm going to the main event. I'm gonna live CM Punk's dream again. This dude is disrespecting this dude. And then CM Punk was like looking away, and he said, "Look him in the eyes when you speak to me." And then CM Punk says my heart hurts more than my tricep does. I'm gonna go rehab it when I come back. I will main event WrestleMania. First checklist is on my first checklist is you. I'm coming right for you. And then Drew stomped on CM Punk's arm, and then you're right there. And then Sami Zayn, he comes out to make the save, get rid of Drew, and that was pretty much it for the segment. Yeah, Sami went to check on Punk, and that was it. So yeah, that was a great segment. Drew McIntyre these last few weeks, I think he's doing the best work of his career on the microphone. He's disrespecting dudes. He had the first before like a few weeks ago, that first segment with Punk when he told him how he really felt, and then he had the Drew Cody segment, and then he had this segment. So really impressed with what Drew McIntyre's been doing on Raw these last few weeks, doing the best work of his career. All right, now let's get to Friday Night SmackDown review for February 2nd, 2024. We show Cody Rhodes walking to the arena with his damn dog. Who cares? All right. The dog must have knew that he was gonna get screwed over. The dog must have. He had to have known, man. His dog. I think he lives. Oh, he's from Atlanta, right? So his wife dropped off the dog or whatever. All right. So Logan Paul is jabroni. He starts off the show. Says Alabama, I don't want to be here. This place sucks. I underestimated KO. He looks like a pissed off donut. In our match, he made me fight. KO did more damage to Logan Paul than Floyd Mayweather. KO made me bleed, almost knocked me out, and he still lost. Mocks wrestler, and then he started mocking wrestlers that are injured. Made fun of Punk's tricep injury and Seth Rollins' knee injury and all that stuff. And KO, Kevin Owens comes out. Yeah, there. And he says, "Oh, I did upload another picture. Oh no, that was from the match." Okay, so KO says you forgot unbearable idiot to the list. He was like saying Logan Paul was saying like always I'm the beast in the East, best in the West, all that stuff. So he says you forgot unbearable idiot on the list. It was a moral victory. As great as being US champion might be, it feels even better to knock you out. I'm ready to restore prestige and honor to that title. First step is taking it off you, getting it sanitized ASAP. And Logan Paul says, "Too bad you didn't take advantage of your one and only shot at the title." Says the brass knuckles was a setup. You took the bait, dummy. I outsmarted you. KO says, "I'm gonna stop at nothing to win a match. I got caught. Everyone was mad at the ref for that. Great job on his part. Fantastic work. You should be proud of yourself." Give, give it props to the ref for doing his job. He says, "Next time we have a rematch, I don't need brass knuckles to win." Then Logan Paul says, "I'm gonna find the real challenger. Focus on your match with Austin Theory." Then we got KO versus Austin Theory. I just didn't really care for this match. Theory hit a back body drop on the apron. KO hit a clothesline. And then KO hit a tornado DDT. Then he hit the swanton for a 2 count. Logan Paul gave Austin Theory the brass knuckles right there. Kevin Owens sees this. He takes the brass knuckles from Theory. He hits Grayson Waller. He tried to interfere. He hopped on the apron, and then he nailed Austin Theory for the win. While the ref's back was turned while Logan Paul was trying to tell the ref that the KO was cheating. He got the brass knucks, but I think he slid him into his knee pad or his tights or whatever. So yeah, just really care for this. Looks like it might be a rematch with Kevin Owens against Logan Paul at Elimination Chamber. Just gotta wait and see. But next week they teased that, or there's gonna be a segment of Nick Aldis announcing Logan Paul's opponent. So we'll see who they pick. All right, next up in the back, we got Naomi's like celebrating with some of the other divas that she's back on Smackdown now, back in WWE. And they're like supporting her and stuff. And then Tiffany Stratton, she just shows up and she just slaps Meechin. I remember when Stephanie slapped Big Show and she made him cry. Every time there's a slap in WWE, man, I always go back to that slap. And she slapped a lot of wrestlers back in the day. And I just thought of that. So there's gonna be a match now. Meechin wants a match versus Tiffany Stratton. Just whatever. All right, next up we got a vignette in the back, or it was taped earlier in the day, I'm guessing, in a restaurant or a bar somewhere. Santos and LDF, Legado then Fidel Fantasma. Santos says, I look around this table. My heart is filled with joy. Familia, an unbreakable bond. We have been entrusted to carry the legacy of our fathers, grandfathers, brothers, sisters, and the mantle of Lucha Libre itself. We must eradicate Rey Mysterio and the LWO. Toast to honor, loyalty. So yeah, I thought it was a decent segment, but still don't really care for this until Rey Mysterio gets back. That's when the feud's gonna get good with LWO and Legado Fantasma, LDF. All right, next up we got Fatal 4-Way Tag, LDF versus Pretty Deadly versus LWO versus Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Towards the end of the match, Elektra get on the apron. Zelina Vega pulls her down off the apron, attacks her. LWO hit a suicide dive, and then Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate win with like a double underhook slam. Just didn't really care for this match. Then we got segment in the ring, Bailey's WrestleMania decision with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis in the ring, standing there in the back, inside the ring. Bailey was pretty much saying to Io Sky that she the WrestleMania is about moments and stuff, and Damage Control could have been special, but with you changed when Asuka and Kairi Sane came around. It wasn't the same. And then Bailey grabbed the metal pipe, or they attacked her. Or is it right there? And then while Bailey was down, she grabbed the metal pipe, and then she hit Asuka and Kairi Sane with it. And then she goes to hit Io Sky, and then you got that right there. Froze, and then Io goes out the ring, and then Bailey says, Io, I'll see you at WrestleMania. It's pretty obvious she was gonna choose Io Sky. No real drama there. All right, next up we got it was a 6-man, or really was on a match because the BFAB girl from Hit Row, whatever, she interfered. Hold on, yeah, right there. And then last she hit the spear on Karrion Kross. So this was pretty pointless because you did all that building to this match and then don't really have the match. A waste of time. So now they're gonna do like an 8-person tag in a few weeks. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. Next up, we got a segment in the back. Nick Aldis and Braun Breaker. Braun's looking at the SmackDown contract. And then Nick Aldis says, all you got to do is sign it. And Adam Pearce, all of a sudden, he shows up. Says, I wouldn't put pen to paper until you talk to me on Monday Night Raw. And then Jade Cargill walks in and Nick Aldis tells Adam Pearce to leave. So very interesting that got a bunch of NXT people coming on to the show now. Or they're looking to move to the main roster. It's like Braun Breaker gonna be a SmackDown, or maybe Raw. We'll see. You got Tiffany Stratton on SmackDown, and now possibly Jade Cargill. So, trying to shake things up with the roster, and they really need new blood. Start building new stars, I guess. All right, next up we got the segment with the Bloodline and Roman Reigns. Roman says, I don't like to recap. Wise man, I'll tell you that. There were things said Monday that we just can't let slide. There's my little brother Seth Rollins. And then he says, exactly, no pop. First little shot at him. And then he said he's got the title. Didn't I beat everyone competing for that title? That's a fact. Doesn't that make doesn't that make all my number twos? Shouldn't we call that the loser bracket title? And then he says he was the guy. You can't be running around for 2 years in your wife's clothes and say you're the guy. Oh man, that was brutal. That's another fact. Not lying. Then he wants to say he's a workhorse. 3 months in, he broke his back trying to carry that show. Workhorses walk like this, and then he started walking with a limp, mocking Rollins. And then he said, then he wants to attack my schedule. I work less than you, yes, 10 times less than you, and I still make 10 times more than you. Just spit facts last night. You want Seth Rollins' money? Let me ask y'all. Y'all want Seth Rollins' money or Tribal Chief money? That's what I thought. And then he says, Cody's an idiot. Damn sure looked like an idiot last night. He's got values and all that crap. You don't really care about the money. I'm not gonna beg you like the other guy. You can be the very best number two in this industry, or you take another shot at number one again. And then out comes Cody Rhodes. His music hits. Cody says, perhaps we can have the ring to ourselves. And then Jimmy leaves and Solo leaves, and Paul Heyman's like backed up into the corner or whatever. Hold on. That's the only photo with those two in the ring. And then Cody says, Roman, I talked to friends, family, legends. You cheated me. I had you more than anyone that you had been in the ring with. I think you know it. Seth Rollins made a lot of points this week. He called that the Hollywood title. You can call it what you want. It's the title that Bruno Sammartino held. It's a title that was put in my father's hands at Madison Square Garden and taken away. I still want that title. And then he asks him, what is finishing the story? I've heard you say that all of this is yours. The ring, the ropes, the canvas, cameras, the commentary, fans. You guys all belong to Roman Reigns. Is finishing the story taking that championship from you? Or is finishing the story taking everything from you? He says, I won that title. I am coming for it, but not at WrestleMania. And then pretty much after he said that, pretty much knew The Rock was going to show up. And he says, one of the people I talked to knows you very well. And The Rock's music hits. Now comes The Rock. Right there. And then him and Roman just pretty much have a stare down to end the match. People were all excited in the audience. Okay, they don't have the stare down I was looking for with them face to face when they showed on TV. But yeah, go with this one, I guess. But yeah, so that's how they ended it. It's like it's gonna be official. There's gonna be a press conference on next Thursday, like a WrestleMania event press conference type of deal. So they're probably gonna make it official there. Yeah, so it looks gonna be Rock versus Roman, and then Cody got screwed over pretty much. It's gonna be Cody versus Seth Rollins, or we'll see what happens on Raw, what their plan's gonna be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Or SmackDown recap this past week. See ya.